group that we've got is Bromley School, and would Kathy Baker and students like to come forward? We're looking forward to hearing from you talking about traffic safety.
Thank you. I'm Kathy Baker. I'm a teacher at Bromley School and also the Bromley Community Centre chairperson. The children and I have been working hard to work on safety around the school, and we have a huge concern with Bromley Road. So each of the children has prepared a little piece to share with you. So here we go. Off you go, Bailey.
Thank you for allowing us, on behalf of Bromley School students, to speak today about our concerns of the children crossing Bromley Road to get to school. Our students wrote over 40 letters of concern to the Hagley-Fermi board.
We think we need a crossing as the cars and trucks do not slow down or look for kids. We've had several students nearly hit as they ran across in front of cars. This is a high traffic area as the trucks are using Keeley's Road as their main traffic route.
Lots of Bromley parents, including mine, will not allow their children to walk to school, as it is impossible to cross Bromley Road in the morning without getting hit. We did a survey, and in 10 minutes, 100 vehicles, mostly trucks, went down Bromley Road into Keeley's.
We have a lot of parents with 5-year-olds and preschoolers who don't have cars who walk in the mornings and afternoons. And due to the heavy traffic, they get stuck on the side of the road and have to run across the road. So please support our school and give us some form of crossings. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, we've had huge concerns with the children, and we've had 3 lately that have nearly been hit, particularly when the cars are turning from Keeley's Road into Bromley. The cars don't even look, they just whip round the corner, and often there's a child in the middle of the road. So we would really like some sort of support so our children can safely walk to school, because we don't want parents driving them when they could come by bike or by walking together.
Now, you've taken this up with the Hagley-Fermi Community Board?
Yes, we have, yes.
And there's been a positive response from the board?
Yeah, my understanding is staff, originally there was no funding available, so there would have been a need to come to council and get funding, but staff have found through operational budgets, I think it's about $25,000 to make the safety improvements from the 1st of July in terms of the financial year. And it's my understanding that it's envisaged to be done by the current calendar year. So, but I think also that there's been a commitment from the staff to work with the school and the children around the design to make sure that, if there's things that we can do to make sure that it's, it's something that we appreciate that you've raised, and you should be involved in how we design it.
Thank you.
This is exactly what public participation is designed for, to enable people to come and have their say about things that matter to them. And I think it's great that the students themselves have come to make a presentation to council. Have any of you ever done that before?
Can't tell. It was great. They did it
was
so
a very
beautifully.
professional presentation. Yes. It was great. You can be very proud of yourselves. I hope they get lots of stars in the homework book for. Yeah. Are we allowed to give them a night off homework?
Yes, you can.
I'd like to also make a point that they came to the Hagley-Fermi board to do this deputation, but there was a mix-up in their timing, so they had to leave before they did their deputation. So that's why they're here today to actually do the deputation and give the kids a chance to have their say.
Well, we're the winners.
I think the councillors would like to thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Just wanted to add one other thing that probably didn't come through the deputation, but the school itself, the staff and the students and the parents have put a huge amount of work into this as well. And at the Bromley Carnival, they had a competition of the kids actually colouring in crossings on the road. So congratulations to all the artistic and the other work that's gone on. There has been a lot of effort that won't have been presented today behind this. So thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. Could I invite One Voice Te Reo Kotahi to come forward, please? Catherine Peet and Rex Gibson, welcome. I understand that your PowerPoint has defied our computer capacity today.
Well, that's not particularly an issue because it's very short and we will be supplying you with a one-page summary.
Thank you.
E nā raketere hui nei, e nā kai whakahaere Leanne, e nā kanahira o Otatahi, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. As tangata whenua co-chair of One Voice Te Reo Kotahi, I greet and thank you for this opportunity. Tēnei te tū atu nei mua, e nei tuataka te co-chair Catherine Pete. We represent today a little over 130 small NGO and community groups who have all put themselves on the One Voice register. This organisation serves primarily as a conduit for authorities such as yourself to communicate with organisations on our register. We've worked regularly with various agencies over the last few years, and that register is available on our blog spot. And for your information, that register is maintained for us with City Council assistance through Cinch, and is available through their system. I'm on this group as the nominee from Te Runaka ki Otatahi or Kaitahu. Catherine will outline our kaupapa as a group and our whakapapa for you, and I'll add a few comments at the end before you have just before the opportunity to open up for questions. Catherine.
Kia ora, Rex. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou. You've had a one-pager pre-circulated. I don't know if any of you have had the chance to look at it, but one of the things I'd draw to your attention is the resource that we're putting together on the valuing of third sector organisations. That's had a lot of input from a wide range of people, and as Rex has indicated, we work in a treaty-based way. You have in front of you a copy of Chris Horn's research, which has come out from the work that Sarah did as a sort of I think they called it a legacy project. That's another resource. There's a forum on the 7th of July to look at the priorities that are established in that report. But primarily today, what we've come for is to follow up, thank you, Phil, for this, from the previous get-together that we had with our statutory connections, if that's what we call you, our statutory connections, at the end of last year. We have actually now got a clear, what Hannah O'Regan calls triage point, with all of those except the Christchurch City Council. And so what we're looking for is a place to come with the issues. We are working with a whole range of City Council staff, and I'm quite happy to give the details of that, but it sort of feels like there's sometimes not a connection between them, and so what we're looking for is a person who is in the Christchurch City Council who can do what Hannah is doing at the moment in an interim way in Te Runanga o Ngātahu, and what Commissioner Cagle has been identified to do in ECAN, and so on. So we just haven't got anyone in the Christchurch City Council, and that's what we want. So that's really why we've come today, and we do need to do some significant work on the register to make it more, I think, accessible. But there are a lot of voluntary organisations with a lot of action that is voluntary in the city at the moment. And I just want to finish with a quote which I will send you, which was part of the PowerPoint presentation, which comes from a lord in the UK in 1950, and Leanne's heard this before. There is an interest of the state that must not be controlled by the state. Therein lies the realm of voluntary activity. And what we're trying to do is to provide a waka on which all those voices can be carried with integrity. So we have a lot more material we can share with you, but that's the point of coming today. Rex, did you have anything?
Yes, in addition to the triage person, we'd very much like to see the City Council look at writing in, and I'm not sure of the appropriate places there because I'm sure I understand your system, but writing into the way in which your groups operate, that there has to be a role there to consider the third sector as a partner in your consultation processes, and we're prepared to liaise with you and talk about how that could be achieved, separate from what we're talking about today. We'd also like to see the staff and councillors, if necessary, recognise that the register's there, that it is available for them just to check to see what the relevant community groups would be if they are in a consultation situation. And we're very, very keen, of course, that you realise that we're here not to speak on behalf of those 130 groups. We're here purely to act as a conduit for you to communicate with those 130, and for those 130 to communicate back through us with the relevant authorities in Christchurch. And as has been pointed out already, we're very much like a triage person with the City Council who could oversee the different connections that we need to make with the different parts of the council. Kia ora.
Does anyone want to ask a quick question? Or thank you very much. And but I mean, this is just another engagement opportunity, and also to speak to us. But I think that through one of the committees, we'll probably want to set up a more regular reporting arrangement or meeting arrangement.
It doesn't have to be terribly often. It's just every now and again.
Every now and again.
Issue that sort of is, and we're sort of going like headless chooks.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.